the debugger in the SmartPy is not as intuitive or what you're used to, because they do stuff in terms of scenarios, and I'll show you what I mean. So let's select a template. We're going to go to, let's go to very simple example, which is store value. So we import that contract. Now in the test, well, first of all, let's see. There are two commands that you need to think about or know. One is sptrace, which will print out a value. The other is scenario simulation. So let's start with that. So we're gonna, down here, put scenario simulation, and we're going to use C1. You put in a contract, which we already have. And the other thing we're going to do is we're going to look at sptrace. That will print something out, but it's not where you necessarily would expect it, although they tell you it's in the console. Intuitively, you would look here. So let's go with, let's see, let's put and we're gonna say, and let's put it here as well. We're going to do self.data.value. And what I'm going to do is, where is it? More tools, developer tools. Okay. Let's go to the console here and clear it. And let's see if I could customize, let's see, toggle the device. What I want is this to, all right, I'm just going to have to bring it in. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to run the this, and now I want to show you what should have happened. Let's see if we see anything here. Okay, you see this? 25 and 6. These numbers. This is a SmartPy. I don't know what's complaining about, something with the SmartPy. But you got 25 and 6 down here. Make sure you can see that, which you can't yet. Okay, you see the 25 and 6 at the bottom. Let's go back and look here. So if you look here, remember we put it in divide, and we put it in double. So divide, if you look at the scenario with divide, divisor equals 6. So let's go see if we can find divide. Replace, double, divide, here's divide, and that's where the 6 comes from. And double is right under that, or, sorry, here's divide, so double is above that. Which one is this? Double. So if you look at double, stored value is 50. Well, let's go back what we did with double. The stored value before we doubled it was 25. So hence you see a 25, you saw the 25 there. So that, it's kind of weird to me in that if I'm using an IDE like this and I say print something, I expect it to be here, but it's over in the actual web browser console. If you can use SmartPy, there's a SmartPy CLI, in which case it would just print out. But when you're using this handy web IDE, you got to look at the dev tools in your web browser, just like you would debugging a web a web UI, debugging React.js or Angular or just plain JavaScript. The other thing that's notable is, I said, the scenario. So they have this simulation builder here, and this, I believe, is for doing, if you're doing an actual transaction, edit storage. So let's say we want to make the stored value 88, and we want to divide by 8. Then you can simulate, and you get 11. If you want to, let's see, go up here and do double, and let's make, we can leave our stored value as 88, and simulate, and it's 176. So this lets you simulate, and here's the thing also, let's see if, I think I have to scroll over a bit to see it. This is what makes it kind of cool. So let's scroll over all the way here. And debug and full output. Now let's try our simulation. Now look what we got. We just got essentially a summary. But watch. It actually shows the steps of what it's doing. And if we do divide here, and we have our stored value is, let's say 888. We have our divisor is 8, and we run our simulation. So it does it just goes through, verify, and you don't see the trace, but you will see that SP trace right there. I don't love that. It's a little awkward to me, but it does accomplish what you need accomplished. So this is how you do your debugging using the SmartPy. Those two key things, the scenario simulation, which let you actually simulate. Now, also, we can't forget, you can run commands right through. You can create a test scenario, and you could give it the contract and then do a bunch of stuff, which is what all this is. And some succeed and some fail. It'll tell you. So that is, and it'll also, of course, show you your Michelin. And you can get your Michelin code. It's not as intuitive. I was hoping if I clicked here, it would show me this in Michelin. If you go to deploy it, if you do, where is it? Deploy Michelin contract. Let's see, and you go, try and see where it showed it to you. Let's try this network. I don't know. No. Go back. I'm just going to go to one I know, which we have SmartPy, and we do have stored accounts here. At least we should. Well, it's not recognizing them. Okay, so let's get from the faucet, and I'm going to save it and close, and I am going to deploy the contract. Empty implicit contract. Let's go back here. Deploy Michelin contract. Oh, let's see. I don't know. Hopefully it'll deploy. SmartPy, faucet, select the stored account. And then close that. We have an account. We have our we can at least, I don't know why it's not deploying, but you can see it does give you the Michelin code, which you could, there is something called, there is a Michelin tool, and I have to learn a bit more about it, but you can actually get it to step through this. But I don't know why this isn't deploying. Oh, probably because it has the init and you have to give it some kind of value, is my guess. No. Oh, see. Oh. Yeah, because, okay, so it has the initial storage. Has the code. So why it's giving me I don't know. Something I have to look up. But anyway, we have seen today how you can do debugging in here, and how it puts your console is essentially your web console, which is clever. I mean, this is a web app, and the easiest thing for it to do on these is just say, print it out to the console. So it's going to print it out to the web console, and if you do the CLI, it'll print it out to the command line console. So hopefully this has been helpful. If it has, please give a like. Please subscribe. Please ring the bell to get further videos. And you'll see on this channel I handle programming for the blockchain technology, and things of that nature. So that's what you can expect as a subscriber. Tell your friends about who may be interested, and I will speak to you next time.